Hello everyone, welcome to Just Invest Today, and today we're talking about 13F filings. Yes, you know we're going to be talking about a lot about 13Fs this coming up week, maybe even more in the next week, but I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on 13F filings because there's always something interesting going on in the market with these super investors and just in general. So it's amazing to actually be able to see what's in these portfolios and go through it. So today we're going to talk about Guy Spier, Seth Klarman, and we're talking about Mohnish Pabrai, man. I just want to break it down for you guys. So remember that all these 13F filings are amazing to look at to find new companies to invest in or just to see the conviction of different investments, and maybe we can look in it and see if we can find a better investment or find something new to do. So that's why we're looking at these 13Fs. They're always interesting and always good to look at. So Guy Spier, we really know Guy Spier. He doesn't make a lot of changes, which is amazing because he's actually preaching, he preaches this to be patient, to be ultra cautious because he doesn't want to make a lot of decisions. The more decisions you actually make in investing, the more opportunity you have to be wrong. So he just keeps it very simple. Remember what he did with Ferrari, how Fiat spin off Ferrari and he actually kept Ferrari all those years and he still has Ferrari even though he sold off some. And what did Monish Pabrai do? He sold off Ferrari and he missed out all that upside. So just remember when I say that because it's going to come down the line when I talk about Mohnish Pabrai's 13F filing as well. So we already know he bought Baba in the last quarter. He bought Daily Journal, and just understanding he still has a high conviction for American Express, Bank of America, MasterCard, Ferrari, Micron. So it's just good to see that he's still steady. He's still on his value investing journey and just being very patient. And man, I'm just happy that in this quarter he did not sell Baba, man, because Mohnish Pabrai, Guy Spier, they talk a lot. So him not selling Baba is probably a really good thing in my mind. But it's gonna be funny because what if this happens again, that Baba takes off and Mohnish Pabrai just sells out of all his Baba, man? That is gonna be hilarious. So we're gonna see what happens with that, man. There's still a potential that Baba might fail. Who knows? But guys, just tell me, leave a comment down below, like this video, share it. But do you guys like any of his picks? What I'm noticing about Guy Spier's portfolio, which is amazing, everything in here is they have all strong moats. They're all strong companies with brand names, pretty much, except for Seritage and Daily Journal are iffy. But all these companies have something strong about them, which is really good. And that's what I'm going to start doing with my portfolio. I'm not going to be the companies that I want to hold for a long time. I want to make sure they have strong brand names. They're strong companies. They've been around for 10 plus years with a good history of operating. That's what I'm going to start doing now when I move forward on my investment journey. So yeah, is there anything if you dislike about Guy Spier's portfolio or you like about it, but you already know Guy Spier is super steady when it comes to investing, and I appreciate it. That makes me want to just, hold stocks and just be humble. So moving on, Seth Klarman. We know Baptiste Group. Seth Klarman is an amazing investor. He had a book with Margin of Safety, amazing. You got to read it. He also what else he also did? He's compounded at a high rate, 20% on the beginning phases. He turned 27 million to $1 billion, and now he manages as 27 billion, whatever. So Seth Klarman is an amazing investor. So let's get it. So he invested a lot in Intel. He took a huge position. Was it quarter two? What quarter? Yeah, Intel. He added 28% to Intel in quarter one, 2021. He was not playing around with Intel. He added to Facebook. He added to Micron in quarter two. So quarter one, he adds to Intel. Quarter two, he's bullish on Micron and Facebook, which is really good because I have some Micron, I have some Facebook, and I'm super bullish on Facebook going forward. I might do another video on that, but Facebook, I don't see any opportunity for it to fail because it's just monopoly is too big. Like where else is people gonna go to advertise? Like Google, Facebook, what else? Like especially like on your phone. Like there's not a lot of places where you can do it. So their monopoly is just crazy. Even though they're investing in Meta, and Meta is already the metaverse is already a little bit of taking off. Like they already have the VR AR structure, so it's not some like crazy concept right now when they already have the structure. They already have like teams able to like do like comedy on your VR. Like what? Like come on, like that's gonna take off. And even if it doesn't take off, they still haven't monetized WhatsApp. Like think about it. They haven't even monetized WhatsApp. They haven't even done live stream monetizing on Instagram yet. So they have a lot of ways to generate revenue. So I'm not worried about Instagram right now. But Intel, he bought a high position in Intel and then he sold off 9%. So that's interesting because Intel is a company I wanted to look at because it's at like $50 right now. Like it's taking a huge hit, and a lot of insiders like the CEO Pat, like he is buying a lot of shares inside of Intel. So he's obviously buying for one reason. He's not trying to sell it, right? And when you're buying it, you only buy so because you know this company is going to do good in the future. So and still Intel makes a lot of money, but they're behind on the like they're just evolving as a company and making new products. So that's why it's been doing bad. So yeah, but is there any company you see that's interesting? So Intel is interesting for me. He reduced, I don't know what this company is, Liberty Global, Micron. He has Micron, that's good. He reduced eBay. And eBay is one of those plays that you can't see it growing too much in the future. It's a perfect pandemic play. But when it comes to having this as like a compounder going forward, like yeah, he had to sell 59% of his Intel. Sirius. I think Sirius just got a new huge person. So I think that might take off. Dropbox is interesting bet because it's a cloud storage system, but I don't know if I can see because cloud has so much like players now. Like why is Dropbox going to be the one? So him buying Dropbox is going to be interesting. Who knows what Dropbox does? Tell me if you guys are into Dropbox, if that's part of your portfolio. Let me know, man. But yeah, he's an amazing investor. The most interesting things I see, he sold Intel and he just bought it. He bought Dropbox and he's selling eBay. So, are any of you guys into those three companies? Tell me down below, man. So I might do more research maybe into Dropbox, see if they're actually a competing company. But I don't think so because cloud is just so hard, man. Cloud storage is just so many players in it right now. Not last but not least, we got Monish, man. And Monish, yes, he sold 77% of his Baba position, which is still crazy in my mind. What is going on, man? And this just goes to show you, like I swear for a year plus, he's been talking about being Nick Sleep, like being patient, not selling, just holding on. And look at his portfolio, man. Like he was going wild. Like he has to be tax harvesting, or he's just seeing some kind of huge opportunity somewhere else. Those are the two explanations because he's been preaching Nick Sleep, being patient, not doing too much, and he just sold like so much. 77% of Baba, Indian Exchange, 48%. And remember, Indian Exchange had a huge run up, and he's bullish on Indian Exchange and saying that this company is like a monopoly in India as they take rates for all the power and stuff. He's talked about this in an interview and he's selling it off. Like it just doesn't like Rain Industries, Shinnikin. He add to his races, so that's at least that's he's honest about because he's so bullish on races. So he's adding to races. So at least he's doing that. That's the only thing that's really congruent to his strategy, his value investing strategy. So maybe that's what we can see. Suntech, he sold 25%. Nice. Like, oh my god, he's just selling, bro. So I don't know, man. I don't know. And he added a little bit to Micron. So I don't know what Monish is doing. You know, Monish is gonna be Monish, man. And honestly, when you think about it, has Monish done amazing as an investor? Like, in the last like the last 8 years, I don't think he's beaten the market, the S&P. Like, honestly, I don't think he's beating the market. He beat it at the first half of his investment career, but his second half, I don't think he's been beating the S&P. Maybe a little bit behind, but that's my 2 cents into what he's doing. Like his actions and his words aren't really lining up, not really congruent right now. But still, Mohnish Pabrai provides so much lessons. I still love him. His investment lessons, his teachings are amazing. They still work. So even though maybe what he's doing isn't like right in line with us or as value investors as we want to hold for 5, 10 years, his investment like path and how he thinks is amazing. So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. We can always learn, always get better. There's always new opportunities to do new things. So that's what I see from these 13Fs. Nothing crazy. There's still interesting companies, like there's selling off of Intel, buying into Dropbox with Seth Klarman. Guy Spier, he's just teaching us lessons of being patient, being calm, and just, doing the right things. And then we have Mohnish Pabrai just doing what he does. So that's it for the video, guys. Tell me what you think about these 13F filings, man. Have you bought any new companies? What are you looking into, man? So like, share this video, subscribe to my channel. Please get me to 1,000 subscribers. I'm out. Peace.